Initializing.
Welcome to Infinite Guides. I am Zacubus, and this is the guidebook into Infinite Crisis. And today's lesson is on melee champions in lanes. So how do you play them? How do you get the best performance out of a melee champion? Because obviously they're quite difficult to play for new players that are just into this game. They pick their favorite superheroes like Superman, Batman, or in my case, the Flash here, and absolutely get hammered because they have no idea how the lane etiquette works in this game. So first off, I recommend that you buy this Modular Tactile Vial, as the Flash both needs health and will regeneration to keep him sustained in the lane as possible. If you take damage or you use a lot of skills to get away, you can then use one of these pots to stay in the lane longer, as long as you need. And that's the idea. You want to stay alive as long as possible. Now, it's really important that you buy the Modular Tactile Vial and max it out to level 3 right at the start of the game. Now, the reason for this is that if you were to buy it at a tower like you can do with other items, it will have 0 charges. You can only refill health and will regeneration items back at base. Now, also important to note is if you don't buy your Modular Tactile first, say another item like Neil Weapon, which is a good starting option, you will not have enough money to buy all of the Modular Tactile Vials. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I could just buy them at the tower. But the thing is, if you buy the extra one at the tower, you'll have 0 charge on it. So what you always must do is buy Modular Tactile Vial first, and as the game timer is going up, you're increasing credits, and so you can buy your Nil Ring at the closest tower to whatever lane you're starting in. That way, giving you the best of both worlds. You're not going to miss out on any experience by waiting for the health pot back at base. You're going to have your Nil Ring, which is going to give you some sustain, some health, some will regeneration, some power damage as well. And let's not forget already, because I've said it enough times, Modular Tactile Vial, that you can regen yourself up as well in the lane. So the melee versus range matchup is always quite difficult to learn at first, because you have to be incredibly patient as the melee champion. You cannot go for those kill shots. You can't go for those credits that are slightly out of reach, which I do here, which I shouldn't have done because I could have taken a lot of damage. So don't do that. You've got to play more patiently. You've got to wait for those last hits. Stay behind your drone wave like I am here as the Flash, because that Mr. Punchy cannot go through my drone waves. That skill shot that Joker just fired, he is resolved to using auto attacks, providing I can stay behind my drones at all times. They are my, well, they're my meat shields, or metal shields, as they are drones and robot things. And you just want to play it as slowly as possible. It's not about the credits. It's not about getting your farm up. It's just staying alive, keeping a lot of health, and getting your experience on the same level as the champion you're up against in the lane. Luckily for me, this Joker hadn't watched my first guide, which explains about auto attacking. So the more you auto-attack a drone wave down or use your skills on the drone wave, the quicker it's going to push in one direction. In this case, his drone wave's pushing into my tower, which is exactly what I want, because I want to farm safely in my half of the map. And obviously you just saw Batman come out there and harass Joker away, and he's had to back now. So this essentially has given me a gap where I can get free farm and experience and take an experience lead over Joker. I want to give you an example of how the drones react in different scenarios, because it's very important to know how they react in the lane so you know how to manipulate them to your advantage. So enemy drones will only attack you if there's no friendly drones around you. As you can see, these enemy drones are attacking me, so I'm backing to my tower for some protection. I don't want to take unnecessary damage. And as you have noticed, the enemy drones are now attacking my friendly drones. They will also attack your tower, prioritized over you as well if you've got no drones next to your tower at the time. So bear that in mind, that your tower will take damage rather than yourself, leaving you to attack the enemy drones at your discretion. Now the drones have aggro. Now, this means that if you antagonize an enemy champion near them with the auto attack or your right click button, they will actually come after you and try to do some damage. But if you use one of your skills, like I'm going to use my skewer here to do some damage to Green Arrow, the drones won't attack me, but they will if I right click on him. And as you can see, he just right clicked on me and my whole drone wave moves to attack Green Arrow. This gives me a good opportunity to do some damage, more skewers, the drone wave's not attacking me. My drones are attacking him because he keeps auto-attacking me, and he's taking a lot of damage because of it. So I'm going to play this footage back again because there's another key ingredient that you may not have noticed in this scenario. So as Green Arrow attacks me, my drones move forward, taking lots more damage from the enemy drones because they're so focused on doing damage to Green Arrow in that situation that it speeds the whole pushing process up. As you can see, the blue drones are falling incredibly quick, pushing up the red drones into my tower. So this is going to give me that farm that I need. And this is kind of what I want the Flash and the Joker scenario to end up. I want Joker to do these weak auto attacks on me that pushes up the lane, which he has been doing, as I can show you in this earlier footage. He just given me a huge helping hand. And I want to avoid the Mr. Punches because they do a lot of damage. And if he lands those, the drone aggro doesn't trigger. But if he's auto-attacking me, basically he's moving up the lane closer to me and he's giving me that chance to get that experience that I need. So back into the game where Batman had just scared off Joker away, so he's gone back to base to heal up. And this is giving me that chance to get up some extra credits and some extra experience up as fast as I possibly can. And you notice that my drone wave is now pushing into enemy territory. This is kind of unsafe. You don't really want to be farming here too much, as good teams will be able to come in, gank you, do some damage, scare you off the lane, and that's exactly what you don't want. You don't want to be losing that experience. And just as we were talking about earlier with the drone aggro, look what Joker goes and does. He does me a massive, huge favour here. He starts attacking me, forcing the drones to push up into his tower, which is eliminating them quicker. He's missing out on lots of credits by missing those last hits. And more importantly for me is that he's reset the drones back into sort of a mid position. So I'm actually in a safer position to stay in the XP range, farm up a little bit, and if something comes and ganks me, I've still got my invulnerability shield up. You know, I'm very close to my tower now. I'm the Flash, I can get out of pretty much anything. This is good. And look, Joker is still auto-attacking me. He is just relentless. He's trying to do so much poke damage. He's trying to force me out of this lane. But in reality, he's actually forcing himself out of the lane because I've not even attacked him once yet. The damage he's sustained so far is from auto-attacking me and my drones attacking him. And he keeps trying to do extra damage by checking that surprise down, trying to land some chattering teeth, but that's just clearing the wave quicker on my half, pushing his drones into the tower. And all I want in this position really is just more experience than him. To be equal experience to him is actually what I really want. I don't even need to have an advantage. My whole sole purpose is just to survive and make sure that we're on some form of equal footing field when it comes to those levels, because I want to be able to, when I have a chance to actually kill him, if my teammate comes in and ganks, you know, I'll be able to output enough damage even though I'm lacking in items. But he's kind of killing himself a lot, let's be honest. And even though my tower just wiped out one wave, he's still constantly pushing down my drones, and I'm still on my tower farming as much as I like. And this is the ideal situation. A good player will not do this. He will make sure that we stay in the mid ground for as long as possible. He will make sure that I am poked down, so I am too scared to even be in the lane to get experience. That is exactly what you want to do. You don't want to be trying to do it with the auto attack so much, especially with a Joker anyway. And the tables really have turned for him now. I mean, I've been just playing really passively, just staying in those XP zones that I've been talking about. And now he's run out of will because he's spent it rashly. And now I'm able to do damage and harass him and zone him out of this lane entirely. He tries to come in and do some damage with a detonator before backing off. Now I could have gone for him, but he did have a little bit of a gap, so I would have been probably under the tower and fighting him, and I don't really want to be doing that without my ultimate. So I'm going to leave him to back off, and that way he's wasting loads of time. He's spending 8 seconds to go back, and then he has to walk back if he doesn't have a teleport. This gives me loads and loads of times to get credits, the items that I need, and that all-important experience, which is the main thing. And to be honest, like, he should be ahead of me right now in terms of levels. He should be at least one level ahead of me and have a lot more farm as well. And straight away, he's so frustrated. Look, he auto-attacks me, runs into my drone wave and auto-attacks me. It takes so much damage, and here I just feel like, you know, why not? He clearly isn't paying attention right now, and I'm going to go for some damage under the tower. And he has to back straight away again. He can't afford to stay in the lane being that low health. Now, if we compare the scoreboards at this particular stage between me and Joker, it's really interesting how far ahead I am. And really, I've not done that much. I mean, I've stayed behind my drone wave, trying to take less damage, stay in the experience range, go in for the last hits, not use my skills to kill the drones. You know, don't attack Joker. Just play really zen-like, passive, you know, let the universe come to me, basically. And that's exactly what has happened, because Joker has given me this game entirely by playing so aggressive, just constantly trying to do damage to get me out of the lane. He knows that Flash is a threat and that you have to get him out early and poke him back into base so you can get this huge level advantage, but he's done it all the wrong way. He's done it by pushing the wave into the tower that's given me so much experience and so much credit. It's quite unreal. Also interesting is that the Joker had a major flaw, that he didn't get his Module Tactile Vial. And you know, I was using it here and there and everywhere, basically. As soon as he did a lot of damage, I'd pop it, get some health back, and we're back to square zero. And because he didn't have it at that particular turning point at level 4, he ran out of will, he ran out of health, and had to back again. And being very frustrated, he tried to run in, do as much damage as he possibly could, because he saw me in half health scenario and thinks, oh, maybe I can pick up something here. It completely backfired. He dived onto a drone wave, and yeah, it wasn't pretty. Now, when it comes to being a melee champion, slow and steady wins the race, even if you're the Flash and he is the fastest man in the world. You just want to play very, very calm, very relaxed. Don't take unnecessary damage. Don't overextend. Don't play too aggressive. Don't try and get some damage on the enemy champions. Just wait patiently for your teammates. If you've got a good team behind you, your jungler will come and help you out. As you saw, Batman did some great harassing at the start. Wait for those opportunities before doing some damage. Don't go for the risky coins. You know, you may feel that you're behind in farm. Don't worry about it. The thing that matters is the experience. And you know, try and stay in the lane as long as possible in a safe scenario. You don't, if you're getting solo, then do back. It's always better to back than rather give away extra credits and, you know, a death. And you know, always stay behind your drone wave as well. They are your meat shield, your metal shield that will protect you at all times. Unless you're playing against Zatanna, she will mess you up because she can shoot over that stuff, and Star Sapphire. They are real problems for melee champions, so just beware of that. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. This is going to continue on to probably next week's lesson as well, because I'm going to continue where you go on from this laning guide, when to push the towers in, etc. So make sure you keep tuning in for next week. Like, comment, subscribe. If I've missed something out, let me know. Put it in the comments. It helps everybody out who wants to learn this game.